Hey, this is Eric from Eric's Album Reviews, and this is our first unboxing video ever. Sorry about that. I actually watched the first video I put up. I realized I was speaking way too fast, was not enunciating. Just gonna slow it down, just speak more clear for you guys. But it was my first video, so I don't expect it to be perfect, but definitely work on it to get better in the future. But today's an unboxing video. So myself, I'm a huge fan of vaporwave, the electronic music subgenre. I kind of figured out, or I should say, I found vaporwave, like the whole genre, through Bandcamp back in October. Since I've been a huge fan of it. And one of my favorite labels is No Problema Tapes, which is based in Chile. And I finally have, 'cause it takes a while to ship, obviously, to the United States. I have two packages. Just trying to cover up my address. Two packages from the label. I'm so stoked to open these up, man. I obviously I know what's in them because I ordered it and stuff like that, but it's some really really great tapes I've been waiting to play for a long time now. So we're doing the unboxing today. We're gonna start with, ooh, there we go, almost messed up. Start with this one today. If you guys aren't familiar with vaporwave, vaporwave is kind of a use of like plunderphonics. It's a use of like sampling. Basically, take a lot of kind of like 70s and 80s pop or jazz songs, kind of slow them down, throw the stuff on top of it. But No Problema is a label that focuses mostly on ambient stuff. So actually more like soundscapes, pad stuff, even stuff that doesn't even sound like vaporwave, just kind of like more ambient, kind of smooth, kind of like relaxing music. So most tapes I got are like that. So I'm going to do the first one that has two tapes in it. Try to make the unpackaging part pretty fast. I know it must suck to watch someone just open boxes online. That's a crazy amount of tape on this one. But I mean, like, I definitely like the fact that he packaged it like crazy well. Otherwise, I'd be kind of bummed, not gonna lie. It's always a good sign when the label like really puts effort into how they're packaging this stuff. Alright, here we go. Oops. It stuck to my shirt. Anyway. So they're kind of in these like cylinder things like this, every single tape's like that, so we'll just do them one by one, I guess. Sounds like probably the easiest way of going about it. There we go. Alright. So the first one, alright, this is awesome. Oops. There we go. This is Lucid Sound Driver, Serenading the Indigo Child. This tape, I'm pretty sure I bought the last copy before it sold out. And this is just insanely so relaxing. My favorite thing about a lot of these albums that are on No Problema is that it's just almost, I guess I call it like, as for fun, I call it like spa music almost. It's kind of just extremely relaxing. For me, it helps you focus on work. Like if I have a lot of stuff to get done, I throw one of these albums on and just really just kind of get in the zone and get really focused and stuff like that. This is amazing. It's really just kind of like, as the artwork kind of depicts it, it's really just kind of this dreamy kind of ambient music, and it's phenomenal, to say the least, man. So that was the first one, and like I said, I'm almost positive I bought the last copy. It's definitely sold out now, but I'm pretty sure I think I had like one left, and I was lucky enough to snag it. Alright, second one in that box, here we go. Alright, this one, I was so stoked to get. This is Sangam. I don't know Japanese. Obviously, I can't speak it, so I have no idea what the album's actually called, as stupid as that might sound. But regardless, it's the only Sangam album on No Problema, and it's fantastic. Again, this is also sold out as well. But this album, again, is just, it's a little more dark, I would say. It's more kind of dark, ambient vaporwave, but it's just phenomenal. And Sangam is a very accomplished artist in vaporwave. It's just great. I actually probably prefer this over Lucid Sound Driver, but regardless, either one is amazing. I think it's actually longer as well, almost positive. But again, both those ones were ones I had to pick up, and they were selling pretty fast, so I was lucky enough to get a copy. So the recording crashed when I was recording the unboxing thing, so I'm going to finish the last half of it right now. As I was saying before I realized that the video stopped recording, The next one that I unboxed was Rhucle's Yellow Beach. This one's actually pretty short. It's a pretty short vaporwave ambient release on No Problema. But to me, it's probably one of my favorite ones. I think this or Offland's Slow Waves are probably the best ones ever released on a label, period, except for probably like Paul Mall's, obviously a classic. But this album is absolutely phenomenal. Like I was saying, also before it stopped recording, this is probably the most underrated release that they've ever released on No Problema. I think now it's selling well, but when I picked it up, it was not moving that well at all. It was pretty limited too. I think there was only like 50 copies, and it just was not kind of going anywhere. So I'm so glad to have this. I can't wait to play this. And this is also another kind of album that really helps you focus on doing like work and stuff like that. But while I was trying to figure out why my recording crashed, I actually kind of partially opened up the other two boxes to make it faster. So I'm gonna do this one next. This one's actually a really cool release. Some people might not like it because this artist is kind of polarizing in the vaporwave community, but it's Pizza's Beta Fish in the Emporium. This is actually really cool because I like Pizza a lot. I know a lot of people can't stand him. I personally enjoy him because he kind of mixes in, I wouldn't say trap music, but kind of like almost like this hip hop style, kind of instrumental stuff, along with EDM, along with vaporwave. It's kind of like a crossover artist in my opinion. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it, but I think he's fantastic. This is my favorite release, but this kind of is more, I guess, atmospheric, which fits the Problema's sound. And it's actually just, in my opinion, phenomenal. Like I would not expect him to do something more kind of, I guess, relaxed and kind of songwriting. It's also kind of crazy that it has the same kind of font for No Problema, which is this more kind of, I guess, like, very like simple font, stuff like that. Usually it's more fitting to like the, I guess, more ambient artists. So it's kind of weird to see Pizza, who's all, meme associated stuff like that, and throw stuff like that and different kind of crazy fonts and stuff to have it more simplistic. But this album's very good. I definitely like it a lot, and I'll be playing this along with Tides very soon. And lastly, what I want to mention is probably my most favorite, or probably I guess most favorite, whatever, pick I received in this whole packaging. And that's, just want to make sure I'm saying it right, Renja. I probably didn't say it right, but Renja's Symphonies of Organic Life. This album, without doubt, is phenomenal. It's still sealed. I'll probably open up in a little bit. But yeah, this album is just insanely good. It's kind of a little, maybe, I guess, experimental as far as electronic ambient goes. He kind of throws into other kind of samples. So it's kind of like, in my opinion, kind of influences a little bit of like mall wave. We're using kind of more, I guess, audio sampling of just people, I guess, like talking, normal conversation, along with ambient music. But it's just a phenomenal release, period. Definitely one that's probably the most memorable from No Problema. I think that Paul Mall as well. Definitely Offland, Slow Waves are definitely probably the most notable ones they've ever released. But that's about it. It's been sitting, or these tapes have been sitting in my room for a long time. I'm finally glad I got to open them and show you guys what I got. Definitely a huge shout out to No Problema Records. I'll have a review of one of their most recent reviews on the website as well. So definitely check that out if you're on the website right now. If not, there'll be a link in the description so you can check it out. But No Problema is probably the most prominent label in all of vaporwave. Some of the best material. Their owner is fantastic. Very good customer service. Like I'd say, like them, Business Casual, Dream Catalog are probably the most reliable, most successful labels. And definitely, if you're new to the scene, definitely check them out. Because they have a lot of great stuff still for sale, and a lot of stuff that's floating around on like the Facebook message group or Facebook group. I don't know if it's a message group, Facebook group, or even on Discogs. But definitely check out No Problema. Just amazing guys at the label, amazing releases, period. You can't go wrong with it. The only thing that kind of sucks, you have to wait a little bit for the tapes to come in, but it's so worth the wait. But yeah, that was the unboxing video. Thank you guys for checking it out. Sorry about the whole crash thing. Next time we'll get it straightened out. But yeah, again, this is Eric. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Eric from This is Eric's Album Reviews. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.